not. She's not. She's over. She's like 20 feet away from you. Mad Dog Licadini at left wing. Eben and Beaumont at the point. Game 2 from Rosemont. But I'm 2 from Rosemont. Benark on the draw. Draw 1 by Wisconsin on the draw. Draw 1 by Wisconsin. They're going to bring it back into their zone. They're going to bring it back into their zone. Eben comes up with it. Up to Mad Dog. Eben comes up with it. Up to Mad Dog. Mad Dog tries to get to Benark. Benark comes into the zone. Mad Dog tries to get to Benark. Benark comes into the zone hard. She's going to wing it around the net. One hard. She's going to wing it around the net. Looking. Passes out to Beaumont. Looking. Passes out to Beaumont. Beaumont up with it. Dumps it back down low. They're going to come out numbers into the neutral zone. Benark back checking along with Mad Dog. Neutral zone. Benark back checking along with Mad Dog. Payette comes up with it. She's going to drive up the boards and dump it deep. Long pass into the neutral zone. And dumped into the mission zone. Vittorio in with Pulios and Saman. Here comes zone into the Wisconsin zone. She's going to come up, take a long shot into the Wisconsin zone. She's going to come up, take a long shot, gathered up by the Wisconsin goalie. Min and Ling at the point. Here comes Pulios and Ling at the point. Here comes Pulios. Pulios wins the puck back to Vittorio. Vittorio loose puck. Pulios sends it out to Ling, and it's going to go all the way down ice. Ling back. She's going to gather it up behind the mission net. Gets it over to Bowman. Can't make the connection. Wisconsin comes, picks up the loose puck. Wisconsin wings, turn net into the neutral zone. One player to beat. She comes to her backhand. Takes a little bit of a hit. Loses the puck. Wisconsin comes up with a loose puck. Hendrickson and Rendina in the back. Rendina tries to pass. Peach is going to drive it. She's going to take a long pass. That goes off the skates of a Team Wisconsin player. And still pressuring. Team Wisconsin up with it. Back in. Hits Wisconsin up with it. Back in. Hits Neese in the body. And Team Wisconsin's coming back into the mission zone. Neese in the body. And Team Wisconsin's coming back into the mission zone. 0-0 with 3:29 left in the first period. Carwanio in the game. Medina knocks it out. Gets out to the neutral zone. Neese is Carwanio and Alana Kulikowski in the game. Loose puck comes back to the defense of the mission. Throws it up the boards. Roberts in the game now. Carwanio forechecking. Puck possession that goes off the skate of one of the Team Wisconsin players. Carwanio back checking. Holds it in. The Team Wisconsin gathers a loose puck and dumps it all the way back down the mission zone. Beaumont with it over to Eben. Eben changes course. Back to Beaumont. Beaumont from behind the mission zone. She's got Roberts on a long pass. Roberts able to knock it down. Here she comes in on a breakaway. Dive in and put a wrist shot past the Wisconsin goalie. Michigan are going to be up 1-0 with 12:28 left in the first period. It was a long, hard pass. Roberts was able to knock it down, gather it, take the breakaway with one Wisconsin player in pursuit. We're going to have a line change. We're going to have Maddie Payette at right wing. Mad Dog. They're going to bring in the mission zone. Beaumont making her go wide. She comes around the net. Loses it for a minute, but gathers her own loose puck. Eben and Benark knock it away. Back out to Team Wisconsin point. Team Wisconsin to the loose puck. Team Wisconsin goes point to point. Walking it in. Knocked down by Avery Eben. Eben with a long shot out of the zone, and that's Coach Shan is going to change it up. We are going to have Pulios, Vittorio. Face off in the mission zone. Pulios in for the draw. Team Wisconsin comes and gathers it. Lane battling for it. Julios comes up with a loose puck. Julio gets it up the boards. Saman in a foot race for the puck. Team Wisconsin gathers it up first. Knocked down by Ryan drive in. She gets her pocket picked. Vittorio picks it off. Long shot. Saved by Team Wisconsin. Saman gathers it behind. And we're going to come back in the neutral zone. Ling gets buried into the boards with an elbow to the back of the head. She's down and not. This is game 2 today. First game was. Coach Katie out there trying to help her out. Coach Katie's a registered nurse. Nice to have on the bench. Benark at center. Saman at right wing. Julios at left wing. Eben and Bowman at the point. Benark in for the draw. Draw won by Team Wisconsin. Held in by Bowman, though. Here comes Saman. Saman's got it in the corner. She's coming around the net. She's looking maybe for a centering pass. Not there. Out to Julios. Julios comes in. She goes back to Saman. Saman tries to get over to Bowman. No luck. Benark battling for the puck. Put up by Eben. Eben goes up to Saman. Saman's going to wheel around. Try and bring it up the ice. She carries in the Wisconsin zone. She tries to make a move and get around. No luck. Gathered up by Team Wisconsin. And they're going to send it all. 10-12 left in the first period. 1-0 Mission. 46 seconds left in the power play. Hendrickson and Rendina at the point. Face off inside the Wisconsin zone. Face off won by Team Illinois, or Team Wisconsin. Peach gets up the loose puck in the corner. She's looking for a centering pass. Nothing there. Gets it to Vittorio. Vittorio wings it out to Hendrickson, but she can't hang on to it. And she brings it out to the neutral zone. Backed away, but Hendricks comes up with it. Hendrickson comes back up with it. Back over to Rendina. Rendina with a long pass up to Vittorio. Goes off her stick. But Vittorio gathers it up, and she's going to bring it into the zone. She tries to feed Mad Dog across. Unable to make the connection. Mad Dog trying to get it to Rendina. Wasn't able to make the connection, and Team Wisconsin able to get it out. Loose puck gathered up by Hendrickson. She lost it. Whiffed on the pass. Team Wisconsin got it down in the Mission zone. Poke checked away by Rendina. Here comes Vittorio with speed out of the zone. She's going to come to the neutral zone with the puck. She's got Mad Dog with her. She gets a great pass up to Mad Dog. Mad Dog right at the last second. Team Wisconsin able on a good back check, get back there and knock it away from her. Roberts now in the game. Hoskins, the Team Wisconsin able to come up with a loose puck. You got Roberts, Kulikovsky, Krajwanio in the game. Long pass up to Roberts. She had it for a minute and they got it knocked away. She's still battling for it, trying to bring it in. Team Wisconsin gathers it and brings it back in their zone. Krajwanio on a relentless pursuit. Kulikovsky comes in there, and it's held in by Eben. She's going to drive in with the puck, dump it into the corner. Kulikovsky in after it. Alana battle coming away with it. Kulikovsky or Krajwanio still on it. Kulikovsky still battling. Team Wisconsin having trouble getting it out of their own zone. Team Wisconsin maintaining possession, but can't get it out. Finally, they get it out to the neutral zone. Neese is in pursuit. Neese tried to put a body in the beach. And Hayes. Bowman and Hendrickson back at the point. Face off in the Mission zone to the right of Samantha Hoskins. Draw one for a minute by the Mission, then turned away. But here comes Bowman with it. Bowman's going to drive into the neutral zone. She's got Clarity and Neese with her. Bowman down into the corner, no call at all. And here comes Team Wisconsin. They're going to drive through the neutral zone. Peach is back covering for the point. Peach puts a body in there, gets the puck away, separates her from the puck. And here comes Clarity. Long shot on Samantha Hoskins, goes off her glove. She's down. Centering pass picked off by Peach. Peach gets it up a long shot to Angelina, who was separated with the body, and Vittorio in the game. Team Wisconsin with it. Spins out of it into the neutral zone. But Poulios comes up with it. She picks it off. She's going to drive in. She tries a shot from the goal line. That goes wide and through the slot. Dump back. Wisconsin comes up with a loose puck. Back behind their own net. Maddie Payette comes in the game. She forces it loose for a second. Comes out to Beaumont. Beaumont dumps it in. Picked up by Team Wisconsin. Loose puck. Saman was there. Just couldn't hold on to it. Benark back into the game. She's got the puck. She's coming out of her own zone with speed. Back around. Still looking to come out. Long pass. Can't be controlled. It's been thrown out back into the Mission zone. Gathered up by Hoskins. Hoskins dumps it up to Rendina. Here comes Mad Dog. Mad Dog with speed into the Wisconsin zone. She's going to go wide, try and come around the Wisconsin net. Still keeping possession, looking to get it to the point. Banks it out to Hendrickson. That goes off Team Wisconsin's thing, and now we got a foot race. Team Wisconsin on a breakaway, but here comes Mad Dog. Mad Dog dives in. She's able to save. 2 left in the first period, and we're going to go on a penalty kill. Mad Dog to the box. Mad Dog on a hard charging back check, able to knock the puck away, but got a lot of body. And the Team Wisconsin player went into the boards pretty hard. 5:42 left in the first period, and we're going to have a 30 penalty. Sends Poulios and Peach in to try and kill this thing at forward with Rendina and Bowman in at the point. Poulios for the draw in the Mission zone. Draw one back, but picked off by Team Wisconsin. They're able to get it out to the point. Team Wisconsin got off the initial shot, saved by Samantha Hoskins. Rebound went out straight into the slot. Rebound gathered up by Team Wisconsin, were able to put a quick shot back into the net, and it's 1-1 with 5:30 left in the first period. So we have an all-new game here. 5-on-5, 1-1 right wing. Kraiwanio is at left wing. Bowman and Rendina at the point. Kulikowski for the draw. She wins it back, but gathered up by Team Wisconsin. They're going to drive it in. Rendina able to poke check it away. She tries to get it out. Team Wisconsin held it in. She gets to the loose puck. She gets separated from it, and then Team Wisconsin comes over. The centering pass by Team Wisconsin gets turned away by Samantha Hoskins. And now Rendina battling hard down in the corner for it. Team Wisconsin able to get it out to their point, but it gets out of the zone. Kulikowski down there battling now. Puck goes back into the Mission zone. Bowman's there to retrieve it. Comes behind Hoskins, up to Kraiwanio. Kraiwanio tries to get it out. Poke check to another rebound out front, and Hoskins turns it away. Coach Shannon's going to change it up. We're going to get Poulios in at center, Angelina Vittorio in at right wing, Anna Saman in at left wing. We got Beaumont, gets a long shot on Mission, but goes wide. Evan comes up with the puck. She's trying a long pass up to Poulios, but went off Team Wisconsin in the slot. Evan's still battling for the puck. She gets her pocket picked. Team Wisconsin driving in. Comes around the Mission net. They're trying to get it out to the point. Mission hasn't been able to get out for quite some time. Team Wisconsin with a long pass, shot that gets knocked away, goes into the corner, but Team Wisconsin gets the loose puck. Evan able to pick their pocket, get it away. We got a battle down low, and Poulios tries to bring it back across her body and it's poke checked away. Saman comes up with the loose puck. She's going to try and come around the net. Beaumont to the loose puck, tries to get it to Vittorio, no luck. Vittorio finally able to come up with the loose puck and get it out to neutral zone. Mad Dog's there, but unable to come up with the puck. Here comes Vittorio. Vittorio and Bernard collide. Vittorio goes down. Mad Dog gets it, dumps it back into Team Wisconsin's zone. Bernard and Mad Dog went down. And here comes Team Wisconsin with a 3-on-2. Still with a 3-on-2, picked off by Bowman. Here comes Bernard with speed out of the zone. She's going to cut it back through the neutral zone. She's got one girl to beat. She's going to come in, hits the post on the way in. Team Wisconsin comes up with it, and they're going to ice it off through the middle of the ice. She gets it up to Clordy. Clordy comes into the zone. So we got Clordy, Payette, and Peach are in now at forward. Payette's going off. Team Wisconsin comes up with a loose puck. Peach is in pursuit. Peach is able to knock it away. Hendrickson holds it in for a second. Team Wisconsin, though, knocking it down. Gets it out of the zone. Back and forth it goes. Nobody really able to maintain possession here. Team Wisconsin comes up with it. Able to get it out to the point. Peach with a good poke check, but Team Wisconsin able to still hang on to it. Backhand to the slot, doesn't go. Team Wisconsin comes up with a loose puck. Neese is in the game at right wing. Neese had it for a second, then it got knocked away. Long shot on Hoskins, gets turned away. And Shannon's going to change it up. She's going to bring in Anna Kulikovsky at center. Roberts at wing. Draw one in control by Team Wisconsin. Long shot from the point. Saved by Hoskins. Knocked into the corner. Kulikovsky down there battling. Gets knocked out. Still battling for the puck. She's got Beaumont in there to help her. Beaumont got it out for second. Krywanio has it. Able to get it out of the zone. Roberts in hot pursuit. Roberts still tried to get to Kulikovsky. Wasn't able to make the connection. Roberts on a heck of a hustle down there is able to knock the puck away. Team Illinois comes up with a loose puck. They're going to try and drive it out of the zone. All the way up, coming in the Mission zone. Long shot, goes off Beaumont's skates. Team Wisconsin to the loose puck. Tries a centering pass. Nope, puck comes out. Beaumont comes up with it. She's going to come back around the Mission's at net. To Eben. Eben gets her pocket picked. Kulikovsky's got it. Armanio's got it. Team Wisconsin comes back up with it. Possession goes back and forth. Roberts might have just got away with one and he'll come up with it again. Referee's not calling much right here early on. And here comes Poulios. Poulios into the zone with it. Has Eben with her. Eben picked off by Saman. Saman makes one girl miss. Saman makes a second girl miss. Saman's still trying to drive with it. She has girls all over her. Dumps it back in the zone, tried to get it loose to Poulios. Wasn't able to make the connection. Team Wisconsin comes up with it, and that's the end of the first period. So after one, it's 1-1 Mission and Team Wisconsin. Sorry. All right, we're going to start the second period. 16 minutes for the period. Shannon's going to send Pooley. 1-1 Mission and Team Wisconsin. Draw one by Team Mission. Back to the point, picked off by Team Wisconsin. Bowman comes up with it. She's going to get a pass up to Saman. Saman's going to drive it in, tries a centering pass to Poulios. That can't make a connection. Poulios gets the loose puck. Poulios tries to dump it down to Saman and unable to make it happen. Bowman holds it in. Bowman makes the first girl miss, but the puck gets away from her a little bit. And Team Wisconsin possession goes back and forth and all over the place. Team Wisconsin comes up with it, and they're going to dump it in. Goes off the referee, back to Team Wisconsin. Poke checked away by Samantha Hoskins. Here comes Poulios. She's going to come to the neutral zone. She's got a girl hanging all over her. And it comes out to the middle of the ice. Vittorio comes up with it with speed. She's going to come in, try to look for a shot. Unable to get it off. Turns around. Poke checked out by Team Wisconsin. Vittorio had it for a second in their skates, couldn't control it. Team Wisconsin picks it off. Long backhand shot on Hoskins. That's put away. Simon tries to pick it, luckily able to get it out of the zone. Team Wisconsin having possession of it in the neutral zone. Simon's going off. Here comes Team Wisconsin, the 4-on-2. Still controlling it back on the zone. Tries a centering pass that goes nowhere. Kulikowski's in the game now, along with Carwanio. And Vittorio. Bowman has a puck knocked away. Another shot turned away before it even got there. A little sluggish now for a while. Carwanio comes up with it. She tries to get it out, goes out. Gets thrown back in, and Beaumont has it. Beaumont tries to get it around the neck to Bowman. Bowman able to turn around and fire it and able to get it out of the zone. Carwanio in pursuit. And here comes Kulikowski, but Mission are going to be in the offensive zone. So 13:52 left in the second period. Benark's in the game with Mad Dog and Payette. You got Rendina. And Benark wins the draw back to Rendina. Rendina gets it back to Beaumont. Beaumont gets up the boards to Mad Dog. Mad Dog tries to slide it through. That isn't going anywhere. And we're going to get the puck all the way back down the Mission zone. They pop it out. Mad Dog trying to get it popped loose. Benark and Mad Dog in pursuit. Benark knocks it away, but that gets picked up by Team Wisconsin in their zone. And we're back to the neutral zone. Rendina able to bounce it up the boards. And possession just keeps going back and forth. Long shot turned away by Samantha Hoskins. Wisconsin gets it. Possession goes back and forth, but Team Wisconsin comes up with it. Out to the point. Long shot on Hoskins. That goes wide. And again, Team Wisconsin controlling the pace of the game. Finally, the Mission just able to ice the puck to get it out. A lot of sustained pressure there by Team Wisconsin. All right, we're going to have the draw back in the Mission zone. 12:37 left in the second period. We're going to have Flority in its center, Peach in at wing, Neese in at wing. Hendrickson and Evan reverses course. She's looking for a pass up. That goes out to the point. Long shot on Samantha Hoskins. She's able to make a glove save. And they're going to put it back at center ice. You're going to have Simon at wing, Vittorio at wing, and Poulios at center. Team Wisconsin wins the draw to their point, dumps it back into the zone behind Samantha Hoskins. Bowman comes up with it. Bowman reverses it back to Rendina. Rendina's going to get a pass up to Vittorio. Vittorio's got Simon breaking. Wasn't able to get it there. Got it up to Poulios. Simon had to put on the brakes not to go off sides. Loose puck behind. Simon's battling for it. Team Wisconsin comes up with it. Long pass out of the zone. Team Wisconsin comes with speed. Away by Samantha Hoskins. Sam having a great game. Mission getting outshot drastically here. And there's going to be a penalty on Team Wisconsin. So with 11:02 left in the second period, the Mission are going to go on a power play. Coach Shannon giving some last-minute instructions. We're going to come out with Vittorio, Mad Dog, and Peach at the forwards, Rendina and Hendrickson at the point. Vittorio in for the draw. Comes up with the puck. She comes across to Rendina. Rendina has it. Makes one girl from Team Wisconsin miss. Goes to Vittorio. Vittorio almost had her pocket picked in front of the Mission. Still hanging on to it. Rendina comes out with it for a second, and then it comes out to the neutral zone to Hendrickson. Hendrickson reverses. Mad Dog coming back into the zone. Mad Dog with speed, trying to drive on two girls. Team Wisconsin comes out with it, but picked off by Rendina. Goes off her skate. Here comes Team Wisconsin. The Team Wisconsin zone. We have a 3-on-2. Benark kind of looking over to Poulios. Poulios on the shot. Does it and goes in. Benark to Poulios. Poulios put a shot on, and Maddie Payette got the rebound and tapped it home. It's going to be 2-0 Mission with 10 minutes left in the second period. Play. But Anio dumps it in the zone. The team Wisconsin able to come up with it. Wisconsin dumps it out, and they're going to come with numbers back into the Mission. Goes nowhere, but nobody from the Mission goes to get the puck, and Team Wisconsin able to gather it and get a long shot saved by Samantha Hoskins. Coach Shannon going to change. We haven't seen Ling since that. Payette's at right wing, or Payette's at left wing, Mad Dog at right wing. Benark in for the draw. Draw kind of just stuck there, but picked up by Payette. Payette to Mad Dog. And Team Wisconsin able to clear it. Rendina has it. She tried to wing it up the board. Gathered up by Team Wisconsin. Coming out of their zone into the neutral zone with speed. Bernard's back there to knock it away. And Beaumont comes up with it. You got Beaumont and Rendina at the point. Beaumont reverses course. She looked to get it up the boards, but nobody bringing it into the neutral zone. Julio still driving it wide. She takes a backhand. Doesn't go, able to come with her own puck. Centering pass gets knocked away by Team Wisconsin and gets into the game at the point. Evan tries a long pass up to Saman. That didn't make connection. That's going to be an icing. 8:40 left in the second period. 2-1 Mission. So we're going to have Eben and Hendrickson at the point. Vittorio, Julio. 8:37 left in the second period. And do it all over again. Julio's back in to the right of Samantha Hoskins. Julio's able to win the draw. Back to Eben. Eben goes around her own net. Centering pass. Knocked away by Vittorio, then knocked away by Team Wisconsin. Possession goes back and forth. A little shouldering down there. Julio's tried to get a pass up to Saman. Wasn't able to get it out. Picked off by Team Wisconsin. Vittorio tries to pass to Saman. That gets picked off. And here comes Evan. She tries driving it through. She gets it knocked away, and it goes back in the Mission zone by Bowman. Bowman gets around one, but then she gets her pocket picked. Team Wisconsin gathers it up. But taken away by the Mission. Back and forth possession goes. Down there battling hard. Team Wisconsin able to get it out to their point. Nobody's there to stop them. Point to point. Looking. Puck loose out in front of Samantha Hoskins. Hoskins playing a big game here. If the shot total's right on the board, that's 16 shots for Team Wisconsin, only 8 for the Mission. Team Wisconsin changing up goalies. Team Wisconsin, another quick shot on Hoskins, turned away. Flority in at center, Neese in at wing, Peach in at wing. Bowman and Rendina at the point. Flority back in for the draw. Draw controlled by Team Wisconsin. Runner really won, but just held there. Rendina comes up with a loose puck. Battling down but Team Wisconsin still able to come up with a loose puck. Possession goes back and forth. Here comes Team Wisconsin. Around the third in for a save. Again, very much like the first game, Team Wisconsin taking control of this thing in the second period. And we're going to have a line change. We're going to bring in, who are we bringing in? Alana Kulikowski coming in. It's Roberts at wing. Puck out to the defense of Team Wisconsin. Here comes Evan with it. Evan tried to get it out, got it knocked away. Up to Krywanio. Krywanio tries to go up the boards to Roberts. Robert and Evan, forechecking down low, comes up with it. The Team Wisconsin able to gather the loose puck. Krywanio comes over there, tries to feed Roberts again, unable to make the connection. Here, sorry about that. Evan picks it up. She tries a centering pass. That can't be controlled. Finally, Roberts with a long. And we're going to have a line change. We're going to have Maddie Payette in at left wing. Looking for the draw in the Wisconsin zone. Benark wins the draw back to Mad Dog. Mad Dog has it. She tries a centering pass, goes off the skate of one Team Wisconsin. Team Wisconsin's coming in, but Benark is back there to knock it away. Evan comes up with a loose puck. Evan around her net, up to Mad Dog. Mad Dog tries to get up to Payette. Payette gets knocked out. Benark comes up with a loose puck. She's got Mad Dog with her. Knocked away by Team Wisconsin. Benark able to maintain it, tries a long pass. A horrible call by the referee. Benark fed the pass out to the point, picked up by the defenseman in the zone, and the referee's called offsides. The puck never left the offensive zone on the long pass out to the point, but try to pass through the neutral zone, got picked off by Team Wisconsin. Dumped in the zone. Bowman back there for it. Payette back there battling. Comes out to the point. Payette racing out there to try and get to it. Team Wisconsin getting possession of it. Point to point. Bernard knocks it away. Mad Dog racing there trying to get to the loose puck. Battling. Hendrickson down there. Team Wisconsin comes out with it. Team Wisconsin loses it. Here comes Mad Dog. She's going to come in. She's got Maddie Payette with her. We got a 2-on-1. Mad Dog and a long shot. Far side buries it. Mad Dog came in up on the side. We had a 2-on-1. Mad Dog stick handle, looked far side and buried the wrist shot into the far side of the net. 3-1 Mission with 4:59 left in the second. All right, we're going to have Poulios in the game at center. Saman at wing. Team Wisconsin to the loose puck. But Poulios battling down there with her, along with Saman. Team Wisconsin trying to get it out. They're able to bank it out of the zone. And Beaumont's able to gather it back in the Mission zone. But Team Wisconsin coming hard. Beaumont tries to get it up the board. She gets it to Vittorio. Vittorio dumps it back into the corner. Rendina comes up with it. Rendina grab it. It got locked up and against the boards. Poulios finally comes back and grabs it. She's got a long pass up to Saman. Saman brings it into the neutral zone. All the way in. And we're going to have a penalty on the Mission. So Saman going to the sin bin with 4:09 left in the second period. 3-1 Mission. Faceoff's going to come all the way back down the Mission zone. Coach Shannon's going to put Bernard and Peach back in at forwards to try and kill this thing off with Eben and Hendrickson at the point. The draw is going to be to the right of Samantha Hoskins in the Mission zone. Her sister, Peach, comes up with it. She dumps it back into the corner. Team Wisconsin goes behind the net. Still control. Hendrickson on there. She's able to pop it away, but it comes out to the point. Team Wisconsin had it for a Peach was there for a second to knock it away. Team Wisconsin regathers. Driving in. Shot on Hoskins. She's able to poke check it away. And the puck comes out to the point. Long shot on Hoskins. Take it. Another shot. Team Wisconsin comes up with it again. Team Wisconsin trying to maintain possession of it in the Mission zone. Brings it back out. And Hoskins able to do something with it. Control it, hold it, and save it. And we're going to change it up. We're going to bring Poulios wins a draw back to Bowman, but she had her pocket picked. Team Wisconsin comes up with it, back out to the point. Point to point. One-timer gets knocked down by Mad Dog. For a second by Poulios. They're still controlling it in the neutral zone. Team Wisconsin bringing it back in. Tried to pass it across, but Rendina's there. She gathers up the puck, gets it over to Bowman. Bowman has it. She's going to bang it off the boards, and that's going to go the face-off back down into the Mission zone. 3:27 left in the second period. 3-1 Mission. Mission being outshot 21-11. Even strength. Floridian for the draw. Nobody wins a draw. Sits out there, but knocked back by Team Wisconsin. They get a shot. Doesn't make it all the way through. And here come the Mission. Peach and Hayes. Or Peach and Clordy. Gets dumped deep. Sorry, that's Nice. Nice comes up with a loose puck. She tries to reverse course. She's pinned against the boards by Team Wisconsin. Clordy tries to battle through to come up with it, but Team Wisconsin comes out with it. Long pass by Team Wisconsin. Bowman going to get a penalty for knocking the girl down the corner. They were going back and forth, and it just happens that girl fell down. Of all the stuff they haven't called. Kill. Bernard and Vittorio coming in at forward to try and turn it off. Vittorio coming in for the draw to the left of Samantha Hoskins. Vittorio wins the draw, gets it back to Eben. Eben loses it for a second. Picked up by Team Illinois. Team Illinois battling on the boards. And then Angelina Vittorio Team Wisconsin's got it back in the corner. Poke checked away by Eben. Team Wisconsin gathers the loose puck. They bring it back out. One-timer. That goes wide to Hoskins. That makes it all the way back out to the Team Wisconsin point. They're going to dump Vittorio's. That goes off Vittorio's skate. Ooh, tip on a shot on. Never makes it through to Hoskins. Beaumont turns it away. And it goes out to the point. Bernard's able to steal it away. And here comes Bernard. She's going to try and drive it out of the zone. She's going to come up with speed. She gets hooked. No call. Yes, there is a threw a shot at the net. I don't know if it went in for Bernard or if Vittorio was able to knock it in, but Bernard drew the hook as she came into the zone with speed, threw the puck backhanded down the goal line, and somehow that trickled in. So Bernard has 2 goals in 2 games that just same way, just a shot from the goal line that somehow got trickled in. 4-1 Mission, 46.9 left in the second period. That was a shorthanded goal. Still 20, able to knock it away. Team Wisconsin still battling for the loose puck. Rendina puts her shoulder into her, gets the puck out. Rendina with a long shot out. Doesn't able to get it out. Centering pass by Team Wisconsin. Team Wisconsin able to come up with it. Centering pass gets turned away by Rendina. Rendina's going to ice the puck out. Face off back in the Mission zone.
Oh, no. They're really good.
Yeah, that one. That's right. 12.9 seconds left in the second period. 4-1 Mission. Draw one by Team Wisconsin. Wisconsin on a long shot, turned away by Kulikowski, but picked up again by Team Wisconsin. They get a shot. That gets picked off of Eben. Still a loose puck in the slot. Throws up the loose puck, and that's going to be the end of the second period. 4-1 Mission. The draw. Robertson at wing with Crywanio. Draw controlled by Team Wisconsin. Team Wisconsin drives in, takes a long pass, takes a long shot, turned away. Takes a second shot, turned away. Mission able to clear it out to the neutral zone. Team Wisconsin gathers loose, gets it, being harassed. Knock throws it out, gets to Team Wisconsin's point. Team Wisconsin on a long shot out onto Samantha Hoskins, who turns it away. Team Wisconsin out shooting Mission 22-12. And we're gonna have a quick line change. Julio's coming in at center. Vittorio and Saman at the wings. Bowman and Hendrickson at the point. Julio's in for the draw. Draw gets knocked off the head, and Team Wisconsin throws it out. Mad Dog comes up with it. Mad Dog trying to drive it in. She gets it knocked away. Bernard comes up with the puck. Bernard over to Beaumont. Beaumont has it. She's going to wing it in. That's going to go in the Team Wisconsin zone. Mad Dog had on the boards for a second. Back out to Beaumont. She can't hold it in. It goes out. Beaumont in a foot race. Shot on Hoskins. Tried for the far corner. It was there, but missed it. Bernard comes up with it. Bernard over to Beaumont. Beaumont has the puck. She's going to bang it up the boards. Picked up by Team Wisconsin. They're going to look like to dump it in. Able to turn it away. .13-30. We're going to have Evan and Beaumont at the point. On net by Team Wisconsin. Saved by Samantha Hoskins. Flaherty back in for the drink. Goes right into the slot. Evan able to come up with it. Evan's got the puck. She reverses it back. Goes off Beaumont's stick. Comes around. She can't control it. That gets knocked back into the Wisconsin zone, but here comes Team Wisconsin with it. Team Wisconsin loses it. Here comes Peach. Peach comes up with a puck. She's going to drive in. Tries to do a drop pass. Nice comes up with it. She comes around. She gets buried into the boot. Beaumont's coming back. Long shot on Hoskins. Quick glove save made by Hoskins. Mission a little sluggish here. And we're going to have Kulikovsky coming in at center. Crywanio at wing. Roberts at wing. Bowman and Rendina at the point. Kulikovsky in for the draw. It gets dropped. Kulikovsky wins the draw back. Medina to the loose puck. She bangs it behind the net to Bowman. Bowman comes up with it. Bowman to Crywanio. Crywanio is able to dump it out of the zone. And here comes Roberts looking for it. Roberts, Kulikovsky, both fighting down. And the wing. About it. It gets knocked back around. Plan just didn't come out. Julio's back in for the draw. Evan and Henderson at the point. Won by the Mission. Back to Hendricks. Long shot by Hendrickson gets turned away by the Wisconsin goalie. Angelina comes up with it. Long pass out to Evan. Neutral zone. Mad Dog back checking hard. Neutral zone. Mad Dog back checking hard. Team Wisconsin dumps it down low. Beaumont fighting for it. Team Wisconsin dumps it down low. Beaumont fighting for it. Loose puck was there for a second. Team Wisconsin comes out with it. Team Wisconsin out back out to the point. Long shot. Misses, goes wide, turned into the corner. Team Wisconsin to the loose puck. Back out to the point. Turned away. Here comes Mad Dog. Mad Dog trying to get it up to Payette. Payette's bringing it with speed into the zone. She's got Bernard break into the net. She tried to get it over, unable to do so. She gets buried into the boards. And Team Wisconsin's going to go back to the penalty box. That was a bit of a vicious hit. 7:04 left in the third period. Mission are going to go on a power play. 4-1. Mission, even though they're being Pulios able to gather it in. Pulios driving into the zone, comes over to Bowman. Bowman has the puck. She comes back to Pulios. Pulios trying to drive it in. Makes one girl miss. The second girl miss. Tries to throw the puck at the net. That goes wide. Bowman comes up and gathers the loose puck at the net. That goes wide. Bowman comes up and gathers the loose puck. Bowman floating back out to the point. Looking over to Evan. Evan with a long shot. Gets over a pass. Gets over to Bernard. Bernard pops over to Pulios. Pulios fanned down the shot. Team Wisconsin comes up with the puck. Wisconsin comes up with the puck. Saman knocks it away. Back gets popped. Saman knocks it away. Back gets popped out. They're down there. They're down there. It gets popped out. Mad Dog comes out with it. Mad Dog dumps it back down low. Vittorio is out looking for it. Team Wisconsin comes up with it. They try to ice it out of the zone, and they're going to be successful. And we're going to bring that draw all the way back down into the Team Wisconsin zone. 13 seconds left on the power play. Kulikowski's in for the draw. Draw kind of went nowhere. Picked out to Hendrickson. Hendrickson trying to drive through the zone. She's going to dump it down low. Roberts tries to pin it in. Shot on Hoskins. That gets knocked down before it gets there, and Samantha's able to make the save. 8:16 left in the third period. 4-1 Mission. Mission still being outshot 25-15. Florida in for the draw to the left of Samantha Hoskins. Gets tied up. Puck left to Samantha Hoskins. Gets tied up. Puck sits there, sits there, sits there, sits there, sits there. Eben comes up with it. Eben tries to get it out. Gets knocked out in the slot. Shot on Hoskins. Doesn't make it through. And Neese comes up with it and able to throw it all the way down. Icing is waved by the referee. Team Wisconsin to the loose puck. Bernard picks it off. She's able to get it down. Bernard picks it off. She's able to get it down to the corner. Down to the corner. She's driving around with speed. She comes around the net. Still driving with it. She knocks it away, and here comes Bowman. Bowman does a toe drag. She gets a shot on. That goes high, and she knocks it away, and here comes Bowman. Bowman does a toe drag. She gets a shot on. That goes high and wide. It was knocked away as a shot came off by Team Wisconsin. Saman gathers a loose puck in the corner. Team Wisconsin able to pick it off. Goes back and forth. Koulios now into the game. She gets to the loose puck. She's battling with 3 Wisconsin players. Had it for a second. Loose puck. She's battling with 3 Wisconsin players. Had it for a second. Team Wisconsin. Team Wisconsin's got it. Held in by Rendina. Saman comes to the loose puck. She knocks it into Koulios. Koulios reverses course. Koulios with a long shot and a nice save. Koulios with a long shot. First save was made by Team Wisconsin. Angelina Vittorio was right there in the slot. Rebound came out. She was able to move it to the corner and pop it in. 5-1 Mission. Mission with a lot of rebound goals. We're going to come back to center ice. Kulikowski in the game with Roberts and Carwanio. Puck won by the Mission, but controlled by Team Wisconsin. Team Wisconsin with a long shot, knocked away by Kulikowski. Bowman gets to it, knocks it up to Carwanio. Carwanio pops it up. Here comes Roberts through the neutral zone. She pops it in. That's going to go long. Came up, tried to poke check, wasn't able to maintain it, and Team Wisconsin dumps it deep. Rendina in pursuit. Along with 2 Team Wisconsin players. Puck's loose. Rendina comes up with it. Reverses course. Long pass up for Carwanio. Carwanio was looking for the pass to the middle. Mission are caught in a line change. Here comes Team Wisconsin. They're coming to drive it in the zone. Long shot on. That gets East comes up with it. She drives it around to Hendrickson. Hendrickson pops it up the boards. And it kind of just sits there. Hendrickson still battling with 2. Someone's got to get in there and help her. Team Wisconsin comes out with it. Behind the Mission net. Evans there to meet him. Team Wisconsin able to turn. Fire. First shot turned away by Hoskins. Eben comes up with it again. She tries to backhand it. Gets it out of the zone. Neese is in pursuit. Puck. Knocked away again. Mad Dog and Benark are back into the game. And here comes Team Wisconsin. That's knocked away. And here comes Benark. Almost got the long pass up to Saman. Saman brings the long pass up to Saman. Saman brings it into the zone. Team Wisconsin has a possession going back and forth. Here comes Koulios. She comes out with it. She's got Saman with her. She tries to go wide, tries to toe drag it through. It gets knocked away. And Team Wisconsin is going to reverse course in their own zone. Koulios still fighting for it. Saman knocks it away, and that's going to get dumped down to the Mission zone. Bowman had it for a second, lost it into the puck. Florida goes for the puck. And here comes Team Wisconsin back into the neutral zone with it. And here comes Team Wisconsin back into the neutral zone with it. They're going to drive 1 Team Wisconsin player. They're going to drive 1 Team Wisconsin player on 4 Mission players. Try to toe drag. She gets pinned in by Florida into the boards. Beaumont comes over. She has the puck. She tries a bank pass up to Carwanio. Wasn't able to make the connection. Team Wisconsin comes up with it. They're going to dump it deep back in the Mission zone. A minute 30 ins. Flaherty going in for it against the boards. Out to the point. Long shot. That goes nowhere. Beaumont picks it up. She's got it, but she's getting harassed. Picked off by Team Wisconsin. They got a shot coming up. That went off a Mission stick. Up and into the netting. Up and into the netting. A minute 13 left in the third period. A minute 13 left in the third period. 6-1 Mission. But Mission being outshot, 27-19. Samantha Hoskin having a game, as usual. So the minute 13 left. Face off in the Mission zone. Flaherty in for Team Wisconsin. Possession goes back and forth. Gets knocked out to the neutral zone. Team Wisconsin comes up with it. They're going to try and bring it back the other way. Peach is there. Quick pass up. Driving in the zone. Long shot. Gets knocked away by Beaumont. Team Wisconsin to the loose puck. Beaumont challenging her, but Team Wisconsin still maintaining possession. Eben challenging her. Eben coming up with a loose puck. Tries to get it out to Nice. Unable to make the connection, but it leaves the Mission zone. Team Wisconsin brings it all the way back in. Switches it up. That comes back out to the neutral zone. Beaumont has it. Beaumont trying to make a move. That's not going anywhere.